What's up guys, Demon Asylum here, and in this video I want to talk about the possible future of mods with Fallout 76. Now, as most of you already know, Fallout 4 has many free mods available for it on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. However, all of those platforms also have Bethesda's built-in system of paid mods, although they don't like to refer to them as that, called the Creation Club. Now, I'm sure most of you are familiar with the Creation Club, and many of you probably aren't fans of it. It doesn't really have much to offer, at least in my opinion anyway, and everything it does offer you have to pay for. So now, what if I told you that the Creation Club was going to be a part of Fallout 76, but also the only means of getting mods on the game? Assuming it would be anything like the current Creation Club, that's a pretty scary thought. Now, while I should make it clear that nothing is confirmed about mods for Fallout 76 yet, there was a leak recently regarding a bunch of information for the game, and one piece of that information was that Fallout 76 will only have mods available to it through the Creation Club. It was also noted that Bethesda would try to sell it as a security thing, citing stolen content and adult mods as the reasoning. Again, this is just a leak and nothing has been confirmed, so don't freak out just yet. Still though, this unfortunately doesn't sound totally impossible by any means, and if Fallout 76 does have any aspect of multiplayer, it's all the more likely to be true. Not only that, but the more present a multiplayer aspect is, the more likely I'd expect this outcome to be. Let's go ahead and dive a bit deeper into this now though. So let's say multiplayer is a part of Fallout 76. What does that mean in terms of mods? Well, to an extent, it depends on what kind of multiplayer the game offers. Is it going to be a drop-in at any time cooperative experience? Is the multiplayer going to be a completely separate mode or something? The answer to this will decide how much mods can affect it. Regardless of that though, the use of mods from one person, especially if it's an experience where that person is the host of a game for instance, can affect other players' games as well. Now, while this may not sound like a big deal at first, consider the fact that not everyone may want to see or have mods applied to their game, and even more than that, the mods that could affect their game may be malicious ones that could crash their game, corrupt their save, or who knows, even worse, brick their system. It should come as no surprise, as sad as it is, that there are in fact people out there that go out of their way to create and or try to spread these malicious mods around as much as possible. If Fallout 76 has multiplayer and mods are made available to the game the same way they are now on Fallout 4 for instance, it could mean a big problem for players on all platforms, but maybe even most so on PC. I say PC in particular because of course the mods on Xbox One and PS4 are all through Bethesda's servers, whereas on PC you can also get them through Nexus. Let me make it clear though that I'm sure malicious mods could be made available through Bethesda's servers all the same as well, meaning that it's not just PC players that could be at risk, but rather Xbox One and PS4 players too. Moving on from the security aspect of these mods, let's talk a bit about another part of the reasoning from the leak, which is adult mods. This of course refers to something obvious such as nudity mods, as well as what I'd imagine to be mods that are racist, overly sexual, gory, etc. Now, while Bethesda already isn't a fan of these mods and would like to put a stop to them completely, it would be an even bigger problem if these mods could be used by people in whatever multiplayer aspect the game might have. Then it's not just one person that chose to use these mods experiencing them, but rather whomever they're playing with potentially seeing and experiencing them as well, and even more so without their knowledge that that was even going to be the case. Finally, now let's talk about the stolen mods issue. This unfortunately is a pretty big problem in the modding community, and while I'm sure Bethesda isn't happy with it happening to anyone, I'd have to imagine that their focus is on what mods are getting stolen that they offer through the Creation Club. What I mean by that is they're probably first and most worried about mods they make available through the Creation Club getting the ideas stolen from them or just generally rehashed and then offered for free instead. Now that they've seen this result from the Creation Club, it may make them all the more interested in forcing the Creation Club on people in an upcoming release such as Fallout 76 so that they no longer have to worry about those things being a problem. Now, what if multiplayer didn't end up being a part of Fallout 76 at all? Well, I still think Bethesda might try to employ this system of the Creation Club being the only way to get mods, as even though the problems that could come from mods wouldn't be as big a deal as if multiplayer was a part of the game, the problems would still exist as they do today in Fallout 4. Also, I know that many of you probably don't see nudity mods, for instance, as a problem, especially in a single-player game where you're the one choosing to use it and will be the only one experiencing it, but I'm talking more from Bethesda's perspective on the matter, as of course at the end of the day it is their game and decision here. Not only that, but it's not like the nudity mods or adult mods in general are the only problem. Now obviously none of us have any idea if Fallout 76 will have multiplayer or how things will work with mods. With that being said, we really shouldn't worry too much about this just yet. If they did announce something similar to this leak though, I think it's fair to say that the concerns they'd raise, as I have in this video, are definitely valid, especially if the game does have some form of multiplayer to it. At the same time though, if they're going to push all mods through the Creation Club, I think there needs to be a hell of a lot more of them offered than right now, for instance, and they shouldn't all cost money. And in the ideal world, regardless of the game having multiplayer or not, but especially if not, it would be nice having our choice of mods not be solely restricted to the Creation Club, where up to this point hasn't offered much and has also charged money for everything. I know if multiplayer is a factor, they probably have to go about the whole thing a bit differently, but I'm very confident in their ability to do so and create a happy medium rather than to just take the route of Creation Club only mods. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this leak and how you feel if it ended up being true. As always, if you've enjoyed the video or found it informative, be sure to drop a like on it down below, subscribe for more, and click the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.